Couple gets caught having an affair at Coldplay concert. Check it out.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. Yeah. Oh, look at these two. Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
He says either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. Some people are shy. But in this situation, they're not shy. They are actually having an affair. I'm personally triggered because I don't think Coldplay deserved this. And if you're asking who Coldplay is, I'm sorry. They're only one of the greatest bands to ever exist on planet Earth. Don't argue with me in the comment section down below. During the 2000s, they were taking over. It's just what it was. Timeless hits. Apparently, this wasn't just any couple that could sort of just disappear into obscurity and go on living their lives in quiet embarrassment. No, apparently these guys are coworkers. And they are coworkers not just for any company, but for some fancy tech company. And this guy right here is the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Astronomer, Andy Byron. The chick right there who's hiding from embarrassment is Kristen Cabot. She is Chief People Officer. And there's also another lady there that you can barely see. She was laughing. This is also one of the employees, right? Apparently, this is like the head of HR. This is like some type of work field trip or something like that. You might be wondering, Chisha, why are you telling us about this random chick here? Well, they all work together, and these two are both married.
Drink the coffee. It'll make you feel better.
They're both married. Could you imagine? And by the way, the reason why I have to make sure that I make it plain that they're both married, articles written by the New York Post, right there, Newsweek, the U.S. Sun, and other like Economic Times. None of them mention that they're both married. The only villain that's getting all the negative press here is the CEO. Now, we're going to get to him because he's an idiot for sure. But check out these titles. Coldplay's Kiss Cam zeroes in on mortified tech CEO Andy Byron and alleged HR chief mistress. Damn, pop-ups are going crazy over here. Kristen Cabot, right? And then this is from Newsweek. Same thing. CEO caught on jumbotron. Was that what it's called? It's called a jumbotron. During Coldplay concert leads to affair accusations. They're definitely both married. They're definitely both participating in an affair. No one wants to publicize cheating wife because, it's uncomfortable. It's like, oh my gosh, no, keep that a secret. But they're both in the wrong. And I believe he's more in the wrong because he's the CEO, right? He's supposed to be in charge, setting the standard for all the other employees. We know that affairs and cheating typically happen with other coworkers, so this isn't too surprising. But the reason why I ended up coming to the conclusion that this guy really isn't that smart, and by the way, I understand tech CEO probably is smart in his field, but people make really dumb mistakes that ruin them all the time, is that I thought, oh, he's this big boss dude in Silicon Valley, Jeff Bezos type, Elon Musk kissing on the jumbotron. No one's going to tell me shit. And then you find out this dude doesn't even own the company. You're screwed. You're screwed. You're not Jeff Bezos. What are you doing, man? Why would you? This is just like, aside from the cheating being horrible, I mean, this is just like moving like you're the man with the power. It sounds like it's over. And people already talking about how his wife has already changed her last name. And this is obviously rocking this man's world. The Coffee Pot is backed by fathershaverights.com, the ultimate prenup prep guide for men who value marriage in our modern day. Future husbands, the divorce industry makes billions when men walk into a lawyer's office unprepared. Don't let the system profit from your ignorance. My step-by-step guide at fathershaverights.com, created with expert attorneys James Sexton and the lead attorney, hands you the questions, checklists, and strategy to walk in 10 steps ahead, and it costs only a couple of coffee dates. Click the link pinned to the top of the comment section, secure your future, and join the hundreds of men preparing their marriages the right way.
The Astronomer CEO and head of HR caught having an affair at the Coldplay concert reminds me so much of the Ned Fulmer affair with Alex Herring. And the internet was so quick to identify them. Alex Byron, CEO, and Kristen Cabot, CPO, aka head of HR, were both married with kids. Both got
Evil world.
caught on the jumbotron, and whoever was in charge of the jumbotron needs a raise. And can we talk about the employee that was with them? Apparently, she's also an employee at Astronomer who recently got promoted. So she obviously knows what's going on because she's there. But girl's gonna keep her mouth shut. And then this is them two at work together. And apparently Andy's wife has changed her last name back to her maiden name on Facebook. I just know this is the talk in the office right now. I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office and in their Slack Teams channel. This is so messy. And it's the fact that Coldplay called them out for having an affair. Because he was like, oh, looks like they're having an affair. Or maybe they're just shy. Crazy how the universe works.
I've even heard rumors of this potentially, of course, looking bad on the company. You know, companies are all about branding, and you definitely don't want a situation where your CEO and chief people officer are getting caught up in some type of like salacious drama online. To be honest with you, I don't even know what this company does. Ms. Coffee, we're going to talk to our AI assistant barista, Ms. Coffee. Ms. Coffee, what does Astronomer do exactly?
Astronomer is a company that helps big businesses move their data around automatically and keep everything running smoothly. Imagine a huge company has tons of info, sales, customers, apps, and it all needs to be sent to the right place at the right time every day. Instead of having a bunch of people doing that manually, Astronomer builds a system that works like a smart traffic controller for data. Their tool called Astro makes sure data goes where it needs to go, it arrives on time, and nothing breaks without someone noticing. Basically, they help companies keep their data organized, on schedule, and glitch-free so they can run better and faster.
Well, that was explained pretty simply. I wonder if it being a B2B business kind of has puts less gravity on the situation, you know, because if customers found out that a certain brand had a CEO who was cheating on his wife, I mean, you already know. Women women make up the large demographic of people who actually control how money is used, what's bought within households, and also they spend the most. And at large, they're pushing this story the most. They would boycott whatever product came from this company if they didn't just primarily, what it sounds like, work with businesses. As those guys, we're going to check out a few of the comments here, see what the people have to say. Top comment here says, recently got promoted is insane. She was just outed so hard too. Another person who says, that's not very HR of her. Oh, so they're talking about the head of HR who was there laughing. Yeah, if you guys see, people trust companies too much, right? If you trust companies to do the right thing, especially larger companies, then I just think that's a bit too hopeful. Somebody else who says, God wanted the wife to know bad. Here's someone else that says, God is on his wife's side. Another person here added, damn, ironically, head of HR. But what do you do when the person who's causing the issues in HR, right, who's doing all the essaying, ooh, that's another conversation. Person doing all the essaying is the boss. All the inappropriate work activity is the CEO. I bet if any one of these other guys ever tried to shoot their shot at Christine Cabot, she's going straight to HR and they're pressing charges. This is like comes down to that whole thing about harassment just matters on whether the woman finds you attractive, right? If Carter here tried to shoot his shot, it might not. Oh, no. Whoever this is right here, Chief Strategy Officer. Yeah. And I'm not trying to talk down anybody here. I was just looking for anybody who looked older because we all know how they feel about those age gap dating relationships. What else do we have here? This person says, now HR violating HR is wild. Here's somebody else who says, what a terrible way to find out your spouse listens to Coldplay. Right. That's terrible, man. They really didn't deserve that. Somebody else who says the devil works hard, but Coldplay works harder. Here's somebody else who added, wait till HR hears about this. Somebody else who says the cameraman went to work. Here's somebody else who added, they both, Christine and Alyssa, worked together at the last 4 companies. Did they? Oh shit. So this is how they get down. So they're cool. Oh, they've been doing this. Corporate, man. Corporate is wild. So they've been doing this. Worked together at the last 4 companies, giving up the cheeks to CEOs and executives. It is a very, very, very cold, cold world. Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link into the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.